now. So reiterating that, this week we are going into chapter 5, which is on math, on expanding the functions. Anytime you have something that's a dot something, that's a function written for an object. It's a little hard for you to understand right now, but there are things out there like character. Believe it or not, a character with a capital C, not the one we use char, not the data type, but the thing called character has certain functions that it can do. So it can check, is the character that you're typing in, is it a digit? Is it a letter? Is it a digit or a letter? Things like that, okay? Anything you see, anytime you see that dot, that usually means that you're dealing with a function. I'm going to start sharing my screen here. Okay. So I'm going, now you should be seeing the homework assignments. So like I said, in the checks social security number, you're going to check, is the number, character number 1, character number 2, character number 3, are they in fact digits? Okay. Then character number 4, actually it would be 0, 1, 2. One thing you got to remember that when we count the length of a string, it's the actual length. So let's say my name, Douglas. It is 7 characters long, but the characters are 0 through 6 in an index because the D is 0, okay? And that's important later on when we do loops and stuff, is that when we count something, the number of characters are that, we start at 0. So even though the length is 7, it's 7 digits long, but they're 0 through 6, okay? So in our SSN, it's going to be 0, 1, 2 will be the first through 3 numbers. Then the dash will be the third, so you need to check, is that a dash? Then 4 and 5, check if they're a number. 6 needs to be another dash. 7, 8, 9, and 10 need to be digits. Either that or it is not valid. But the overall length, so there's 10, 0 through 10, right? But when you check for the length, because there's no reason to go on and check for the digits in that, is it valid? The first thing you want to do, now I'd write this down, is the first thing you want to do is check to make sure it's 11 characters long. Because if it's not 11 characters long, if the length is not equal to 11, then it can't be a valid SSN, right? Anybody nod your head or say, yes, that's right. Hello?
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
That's right.
So yeah, we want to make sure that in fact, it's 11 before, because why do all the other stuff? And that's the easiest one to check, right? If SSN dot length is equal to 11, then do stuff. Then nest your other ifs. If it isn't, you can get out right away because it's not valid. Can't be. So that's pretty much this one. The one on this one, the fail on the second one is the 3-city sort, okay? And let me bring something up here. Oh, I'll just do it in Excel. And I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to check your program. All right. So you're going to put in, the user is going to put in 3 cities. And then it's going to, your program has to sort them. Okay. So I'm going to put them in as this. This is how I put them in. I put in Chi for Chicago. Then I put in Boston like that. And then I put in Atlanta like that, ATL. And I have them sort those. See if I can sort it here. Somewhere I know there is. Let's sort it like that. And you can see that this program sorts them right because it ignores the capital letters in that. Let me get back here and undo that. All right. But in your program, remember, under ASCII, okay, American Standard Code for Information, American Standard Code for Information Interchange, a capital A is worth 65, okay? A small b is worth 98. Whoops, I put the C. Hang on a second. Those are backwards. Yeah, okay. I know. B is this one. So this is 98. Yes, I know that. And then Chicago, that way is 65, 66, 67. So a C is 67. So if I sort these using your program, this is what I'm going to come up with. I'm going to have A, C, B. If this sorted, I would have A, C, B. Okay? Because this is 65 in ASCII, this is 67 in ASCII, and this is 98 in ASCII. And your program sorts by ASCII. Okay? So, in the functions that we have for this week, it has a function that says ignore uppercase or ignore case. And that's what you want to use here. There'll be some type of function dot, some type of command, and they'll say dot ignore case. So that's a big hint there. Okay? Because if you don't ignore that, and when I run it and I type those in, it's not going to sort right and your grade's going to plummet. Okay, everybody kind of understand that? Because of ASCII, the ASCII table, if you look up an ASCII table, ASCII, that's in computers, that's how we sort. And that means that, in fact, capital letters are higher or lower numbered than their numeric value is lower than their lowercase. Okay. And that has to do with the binary numbering system. Okay. Because a letter A in binary is 100000001. It's got a 1. It's open in the 64s. There's 164 and there's 1. But there's no 32, no 16, no 8, no 4, no 2. Okay. So again, be careful on that one that in fact your program does run correctly. Also, remember that you cannot use loops. Somebody's been trying to use loops and they don't know how to do it, and they're losing a bunch of points because their programs don't end. Okay? You can't use loops yet. Not until next week. So don't attempt to use loops. Okay? Today, we're going to work on the financial application. In the financial application, the only thing that you are able to put in, the user, okay, we want to stop them from putting in the only thing they're going to put in is how many hours did they work this week, and what is their base pay. That's all they get to put in. You cannot put in anything else, and that's the program we're going to write today. Any questions about the assignments?
For the third one,
Yeah.
the actual assignment has you input the user's name first.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about that.
Okay.
You can. I mean, I'll do it that way. I had a couple students that put it in, so we'll put it in.
Do I need
Anybody
to
else?
change it? Do I need to change it then if I already submitted it without the name?
Well, you might want to look at yours. If you already submitted it, if you didn't do it, if you did it with the name, fine. If you did it without the name, you're fine. I worry more about all this stuff.
Yep.
Okay. Anybody else? It's an awful quiet group. Do you guys drink coffee? We need some pep in this class. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Java if I can get this other crap out of the way. And I'm going to reduce this down. You guys are seeing this, yes?
Yep.
All right. So we're going to go over here. It's a new project. And it's Java with Ant. Next. And I'm going to call mine Acme Payroll. How's that? See if a lot of times I have duplicates and I don't know if this one's going to let it go or not. Appears so. That's great. Again, I don't put any spaces in my names over here. I'm still getting those with tons of periods in them. So the project is the Acme Payroll Program Project, whatever. This is Acme Payroll.java. The date, already halfway through, or heading it halfway through September. Author is me. My neighbors have had Halloween stuff up already for a week. Crazy. Calculates the net pay of a worker given their hours worked and rate of pay. Let's see here. I've got FICA. I think I got it, what, 7.65% at 0.0765. We've got federal tax at I forget what it was. 7.65, 40 hours a week, 18%. We'll put that at 0.18. State tax. Oops. Is that 0.2? No, 0.02. That's what Pritzker would like it to be, 0.2. That'd be 20%. Jeez. And then state, federal, and FICA. Standard hours worked are 40. And OT, I'm going to call it OT factor, will be 1.5. Okay. So I think those are right. Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to clean it up a little bit, get rid of my Java docs stuff. If in the future, sometime after you finish this class or whatever, when you get to Mr. or Dr. Al Hashimi, you may want to look into Java docs. It's a program that goes along with Java. And by putting certain things in, it is self-documenting. That means it creates a sheet of paper with all your comments and everything else on it about the program. All this stuff up here, any comments you have down here. And then I'm going to go ahead and indent this a little more because I'm really big on this indentation thing. So I'm going to set that in too, so that I can look from here down to here and not have a problem. Okay. Any questions yet? All right. So I do know that given their hours worked, so I'm guessing I'm going to have to get that from somewhere. So I'm going to have to import. Hey, it didn't lock up today. That's a good thing. All right, I'm going to put a little divider in here. All right, and then I'm going to instantiate a scanner. What do I want to make it? I think that's good. All right. Something like that. I don't know. Got too many over here, probably. We'll work on that later. But that looks pretty. So these are my inputs. And again, simple little things like a capital E here and a space right here. Those make your program look a lot better. Okay, it looks a lot more professional. When I start some of these programs, I get a small letter E here. They have no space here, so when the user puts something in, it's jammed right up against it. Okay, doesn't look very professional. All right, so then we're going to need hours. What kind of data is that going to be?
Is that int? Is that int?
Okay, so you're saying if I have you work 39.5 hours, you're going to give me that 30 minutes.
No, because int is whole numbers, right? It won't give you decimals.
That's right. So what am I going to make it?
Not float, because float's too big.
No, float would work.
Would
If you
float
want to
work?
use it.
We could use
It would,
float.
but we've been using what?
Um,
David? Come on, Ashley, you should know this by now.
I should.
David, what'd you say?
A double?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to do something with you guys first, though. All right. So that's good there, but we're going to pause here. We're going to go back up here. And we're going to put all that stuff in there. We're going to say, and again, if you were writing this without me today, you should plan this all out before you even start typing it in. What are your variables going to be? What should what doesn't change? What constants will you have? Because my question would be, how many of you would have set up all these constants if you weren't sitting here with me today? Especially one like this. Now this one, Ashley, what is it going to be? The standard hours.
Standard hours.
Standard hours is going to be what?
Is it still going to be double?
No,
Or is it int?
it isn't.
Okay. Why is that?
Because it's always going to be 40
Oh, okay.
at our
Okay. Yeah,
company
because
anyway.
it's the standard hours because it's a constant.
Right. So it could
Okay.
be 35 though, too.
Yeah.
I mean, so, just depending on the company.
Mhm.
And if their standard hours with 37.5, then we'd have to change that to a double, right? But at our company, it's 40 hours. Okay, now that we got those, what are some of the variables we're going to have? I'm going to get rid of this double in front of here. And I'm going to move it up here. So the first thing I need is the number of hours. So it's going to be double hours and double rate of pay. And some of these I might have to change as I program. I may have to put values in there. In other words, I might have to zero those out. Okay. So I got that. I got that. I got regular hours. I'll have overtime hours. I'll have regular pay. I'll have overtime pay. I'll have gross pay. I'll have I'll have FICA tax. I'll have Fed tax. I'll have state tax. I'll have total deductions. And then I will have net pay. I think that's right.
That's what I have.
Hours. Yeah. Excuse me.
So if you have the constants declared, why do you need the just the variables that are?
Because these are after the calculations. We're going to multiply by these, and then the answers go in these.
Oh, gotcha. I follow.
Got me?
Yep.
So then we've got system.out.print. Enter the number. Oops. Enter the hourly rate of employee. And this is, we can just make it rate, I think. Well, what did I call it? Rate of,
Rate
oh,
of
I
pay.
don't have one up there for it.
Rate of pay.
Oh, I got rate of pay. Okay, so we'll make it rate of pay. It's more user friendly or programmer friendly, right? Okay, so there's my two inputs. And those are the only ones I'm allowed under the rules of this program. So that's all of my inputs. So now I'm going to have processing. And at this point, I could check. I'm pretty confident that I'm going to get those in my program. So I am not going to do a printout of my hours and my rate of pay at this point. But if I wanted to, I could check my program. And again, it's up to you when to check. Don't write your whole program and then at the end say, oh crap, it doesn't work. You're much better off if you check intermittently to make sure things are working correctly. And usually that involves just printing things out. Okay, in other words, I could have done this. Oh, crap. Let's go here. And and make sure that in fact I am getting what's being typed in into my program. So now I could check it, run the program. And you can see there, and I put in 40.5 just to check. And 20.25 or something. And it prints it out successfully. So that's a pretty good indicator that my program didn't crash. So I'm good to go. Okay. It would crash if I wanted it to by typing a letter in, but we're not there yet, so we don't have to worry about that yet. All right, so we got the numbers we need. So now we got to process them further. So the first thing we need to know is how many regular hours and how many overtime hours, okay? So we say if hours is less than or equal to standard hours, then let's see, how do I get this now? Then regular hours let's see, less than or equal standard hours. Yeah, regular hours is equal to hours. When I make dash, yep, I did. That's why I don't like those usually. Oh, come on. What did I do different? Oh, jeez. And then else. Reg hours will be assigned standard hours. And OT hours will be equal to hours minus standard hours. And we're going to check that. What do I got now? See, now it's yelling at me that OT hours is not initialized. So we're going to have to come up here and make it equals 0. And while we're here, we might as well do that to regular hours, even though it's not currently yelling at me. And it's going to say I don't need to initialize it, but you know what? We are going to do so. All right, so if I enter the number of hours worked as 22, and this we don't care about right now, we get 22 regular hours and no overtime. That's right. If we come back here and run it again, and we say the number of hours worked is 55 or 50, and 10 here, you can see we get 40 regular hours and 10 hours of overtime. And that sounds pretty reasonable in our program. Okay, so we no longer need this either. So we can get rid of it. All right, so now we're going to get regular pay should be equal to reg hours times rate of pay. O-time pay will be equal to OT hours times rate of pay times OT factor. And now we can try that. So system out, print line is reg pay plus OT pay. And to test it, we want to know something that we happen to know. So if I say 50 hours at $10 an hour, well, I know that for 40 of those hours, I'm making $10 an hour. So that's 400. So I should get 400 for the regular pay. My overtime pay would be for 10 hours at $10 an hour times 1.5. So that should be $150. Okay, so in total, I'll have $550 supposedly. Let's see if that in fact works. So I'll put 50 in here, and I'll put 10 in here. And you can see here, here's my $400 of regular pay and my $150 of overtime pay. I'll run it again. Let's see what, if I do 22 hours at $10 an hour, I just get $220. No overtime pay. Excuse me, guys. So that looks like it's running good. So that means I can move up one here, that my gross pay is equal to my regular pay plus my OT pay. Any questions so far? Just breaking it down a little bit at a time. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, could you go back up to the top really quick?
Is that where you wanted me?
Yes. Thank you. That's all I needed.
All right. Okay. I had a drink here and I can't find it. Can you give me something to drink? Hang on one second, you guys. I'll be right back. I got to answer a question for my wife. Okay. Sorry about that. I needed to order a drink from my wife. So yeah, we got that. So now we can start doing the taxes. So the first one I'm going to do is FICA. That's your Social Security for those of you who aren't old enough to. So my FICA is going to be, it's always based on your gross pay, okay? So it'll be done FICA tax. Did I make it FICA tax? Nope, I know. Why didn't I do that? I kind of like that name. Since I named everything else tax like that, I'm going to change this to FICA tax like that. Again, trying to be more programmer friendly. Keep everything kind of the same. I'm kind of missed out on that when I did regular hours and OT hours. I probably should not have put the dash in. I could have probably just made the H capital. But did I do this? Yes, I did. And then this will be FICA tax here, I think. So it's a little bit different anyway. And then we've got our Fed tax. That's all right. This is good. Or I'll take the buble. That's all right. It's cold enough. It tastes terrible anyway. Oh, buble. Yuck. So Fed tax is going to be equal to.
What do you mean? Sparkling water is the best.
Well, I like it, but sometimes it's just not the flavored buble. Do you get
That's
that?
true. Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
My sister likes Buble a lot. I don't care for it very much.
Well, they give you, I buy a 24 pack and you get 8 of these, 8 of those. Trying to see what this one. This is pineapple.
Oh.
Believe me, it tastes nothing like pineapple does. So we got the best thing about it for me is it doesn't have any calories. I like that scenario. And then we got state tax. Okay. Oops. What do I have that as? State. Now, why would I do that? Get that out of there. Okay. So we get that. And then we'll do total deductions. So I'm trying to make this as close as I can in reality to what you would see on your normal, if you got a printout of your paycheck, right? So that's why I do all the taxes, and then I add them up to give the total deductions that you're going to take out of your gross pay to get your net pay. And of course, if this was the real world, you also might have other things like health insurance, and maybe if you're in a union, you might have union dues coming out, contributions to United Way, all those kinds of things. But it'd be real easy to add them in, right? So now that I have my gross pay, I have my total deductions. I'm going to move that up so all the deduction stuff is in one mass here. All I need to do is take my gross pay. So my net pay is what's left over. So my net pay is my gross pay minus total deductions. Voila, like that. Okay. And again, we could check this at this point if we wanted to. Very easily, we can just say system out print line and just say gross pay plus that plus total deductions plus that and plus net pay. So we're going to just kind of check everything at this point and see if it makes any sense. So what I'm going to do when I run it this time, I'm going to start out by just putting I worked 40 hours. And I worked 10 hours for $10 an hour. So my pay is $400. My deductions are $110.60. And if you do that math there, you add that back in, that's $199.6. So that adds up. If you add these two together, it equals 400. And that's what it should do. If I take how much I get in net pay plus my deductions, it should give me my gross pay. And in fact, it does do that. Okay. So that's pretty cool. So that I can pretty much figure at that point that it works. Now, so I've got all that. I can get rid of this line now. And since we're in this chapter, I'm going to do this next part a little bit weirder. So this is going to just say, oops, I'm sorry. So this is my output. System dot out dot. Do I want to just do a print? Sure, why not? Let's see here. Let's go here, /n. Oh, I was going to put in the name. Let's jump back up here real quick. Sorry about that. In the book, it has you put in the name, so we will. We'll just put in their first name. Very small company. And then we need a variable for their name. So we're going to have to come back up here. It'll be string name. It might yell at us that. So right here will be string, or will be name is equal to user input dot next. Simple as that. I'll leave it here for a second, make sure you guys got that. I just added the thing about getting the user's name in at this point.
You have string capitalized.
I do. Okay, so now we can go back down to the bottom. And I am going to put a % sign S here. And then we'll put /T hours worked. And then it'll be /T rate of pay. It'll be $, %, 0.2 F/N. Enter. /T rate of pay. Okay. So then this will be reg hours. And this will be it can be a percent 0.2 F/N. Then this one will be /T OT hours, %, 0.2 F/N /N. These are every time you see that % sign, those are placeholders. Okay, everyone that has a % sign in front of it. The one up here is for a string. It's a placeholder for a string. Okay, these are for floating point or our doubles. Okay, so they can have fractions. The /T means tab. The /N means give me a new line. Okay. So then /T overtime hours. Okay, so then let's go with this. Reg pay. Be a $sign, %sign, 0.2 F/N /T. It'll be OT pay. That'll be a $sign, %sign point. Oh, come on. I can't type today. 9.2. Not that I type any day, but a lot more so today. Blah, blah. This one will be slash. If you're not noticing, when I get to the end, I'll show you this time. /T. For time paid. Da, 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 da. So that'll be gross pay. Will be $sign, %sign, 0.2 F/N. And I don't have to do anything here except hit the enter key, and it puts the plus sign in and starts the new line for me. Okay. And again, I could have gone in and created system out print, do this one, 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 system out print, blah, 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 instead of doing this one big block print statement. This is just one print statement continued across many lines. Okay. And again, as I'm doing it, if you have questions, make sure you ask me, because that's how we all learn. So we got that. So now /T, this will be FICA. So again, it's a $sign, 0.2, oops, $sign, %sign, 0.2 F/N. Hit enter. /T, Fed tax. Is $sign, %sign, 0.2 F/N. So you know how we were getting those real long, when you were dividing and stuff, you were getting real long numbers sometimes for results. Now all you're going to get is 2 decimal places. That's what that number 2 is in there. So I'm formatting my output to only get 2 decimal places. $sign, %sign, 0.2 F/N, and then total deductions. That's right.
So is the %S in the first line what allows you to format the rest of it?
No, that's just going to be, that's a holding spot for, I'm going to pop a string in there real quick. That's where the person's name's going to go.
Okay.
And finally down here, we have our, I think we're at, yep, net pay. right. Okay. So now, right after that, here in this spot right here, you're going to put a comma. So we're going to put a comma right there. And the first thing we're going to type in is hours. Next thing we're going to type in is rate of pay. The next one I need is reg hours. The next one I need is OT hours. See, I'm filling in, oops, I forgot name. But the first one has to be name. Okay, I think that was what it was. And hour, so then we have the name goes here, hours goes here, rate of pay goes here, regular hours goes here, overtime hours go here. So now I need reg pay. And then I can go reg pay, OT pay. Did I put dashes in those? Reg pay, yep, or no. Regular hours and overtime hours, I think I got two, okay. So this should be, they have to be exact. So that's regular hours. This is OT hours. This is reg pay. This is OT pay. Like that. And then I've got gross pay. And then I've got FICA tax. Was it like that? I think so. And state tax or Fed tax goes next, right? They have to be in the right order too. State tax. Total deductions. And net pay. And I got something wrong. Which one is it? Total deductions, state tax, federal tax, FICA tax. Oh. Why do I need two of those? Blah, blah, blah. Something ain't right. I'm going to move them all onto one line to check where the badness is. And it's right there. I didn't have a comma there. Once I do that, I hit enter and it works fine. So I always do that. If you notice what I did, I moved everything on a single line.
The P in net pay needs to be
Yeah, I see it.
capitalized, yeah.
Needs a capital P. I moved it all onto one line. So then I was sure that it wasn't just kicking it out because I had it spread over two lines. And I don't. So now it should work. And I just happen to know that, again, what is this line here? What am I getting here? Noun for print, string, double. I had name. Print. Da, 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 da. Okay, what's going on here? Blah, 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 differs in length, differs in length, differs in length.
Is it the string name variable?
Yeah, but I've got it here.
But At the top on mine, it has it's underlined red at the top.
Oh,
You-
I see what you're saying. Yep. Well, mine isn't though.
Neither is mine.
What is going on there? Oh, it's equal to, duh, hello. Assignment, I don't care. Okay, so if I do that, this still is not, are you guys getting a red line here?
Yeah, I've got one.
I hate when this happens because I can't think where the error is. That's there, that's there. That's in double quotes, double quotes. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, let's try this and see if it wrecks it. Oh, come on. Oh, I know what it is. It's got to be printf. Hang on, I'll show you what's wrong. This is what you get. This needs to, right after the P, T, or the T there, put the letter F for formatted,
Oh,
and then it goes away.
okay. that
So
makes
it's
sense.
printf for formatting. And then I'm going to save and I'm going to run it. And I just happen to know that 50 hours a week at $10 an hour, the gross is $550. Okay. I forget what the deductions are, but the answer's in the 300s. Did somebody have a question? All right. So here we're running it and we'll just put Doug and worked 50 hours, $10 an hour. And here you see Doug payroll. There's our $550 like we expect. Here's all my deductions, come out to 152 bucks. And 397.93 is what you should get down here. If you don't get that, there's something wrong because I happen to ran this program lots of times. And in fact, that's what we get.
Hold on. I just ran my code,
Yeah.
and oh, it might have just because I used too big of numbers. That's probably what happened. Hold on. Let me
What,
just do
I
this.
mean, how do you make too big of numbers? We're a double, dude.
I don't know what happened then.
These, except for the
Yeah.
hours.
I see everything that you have on there, but then it says except, or it gives me an error at the end, even though I have the exact
Okay,
same
put the
result as
mouse.
you.
What does the error say it is?
Um,
A formatting error, right?
it says exception in thread name java.lang.runtime.
Yep. And that means, I believe, that you got something wrong in here.
Okay.
So you're going to go down this list, check that this one's right, check that this one's right, check that this one's right. Or better yet, let's do this. Let's save mine. I'm going to stop sharing. And I want you to bring yours up.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and allow you to share. And you should be able to share your screen with us now.
Should be that. Oh no, what happened? Oh, okay.
What? That's right.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, because it's like I don't have any lines that are red at all. Then I run it.
Uh-huh.
Do a name. Then 50.
Yep, 10.
10.
Okay,
And then I get
exception,
that.
no temp pay, gross pay, erroneous data type, blah, 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 blah. Okay, now let's go back to your code. Because you're off by $30.
Oh, I accidentally just typed that.
Yeah, that's not what the problem is.
Yeah.
It's scroll up. Let's look at your declarations first. Go all the way up. Stop. Well, your OT factored says it's never used,
Yeah.
first of all. So let's go down, scroll down. Keep going. Keep going. Stop. Hours minus standard hours. Okay. Right here, your overtime pay, okay, isn't right. So after rate of pay, it's all go to end of there. Okay. Times OT factor, capital
Oh, okay.
OT dash. There you go. Nope, uppercase.
Oh, mine is.
Oh,
like
that's
a-
wrong then. All
Oh,
those, when
I
you
mean,
go back, all those should be uppercase.
I just did them like this. I didn't know that.
No, no, no,
Does that
no.
matter?
Yes, it does to me.
Oh.
It
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
matter to the program, but it does to me. Leave it like that for now, but you're going to have to go fix those
Yeah.
or you'll
Well,
get
then,
points off. Okay.
No.
Not that that's going to make this, you're still going to have this problem, but
Perfect.
Mine doesn't
hey,
come.
what do you know? It works.
Awesome.
Yours is fixed. Okay. So you can close yours, Ash.
Mine does not display the right values
Okay.
in the
Let's see it.
console.
Let's see it. This time I'm going to let the students tell you what's wrong though, before I get involved. Run it. No. Well, okay. That's fine. Scroll down. Something definitely wrong, right, folks? How can he make only $110 when he earned 400? Nobody'd go to work.
In line 82, there's no percent sign in front of the 0.2f.
See it right there?
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah,
why are
delete
you
the
putting,
percent.
what else are you putting in there? Why do you have
I thought I was just putting in what you were putting in, but apparently I was
rate of
not
pay
interpreting
is
it
a dollar
correctly.
sign? Okay, now it's just so small I couldn't tell that those were percent signs. Okay. So try it now.
No, in 80, you put it on the wrong
Okay.
side of the.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
Okay, yeah, I don't know how to do the formatting or whatever you're talking about. So
The
Well,
first
we're
four
telling you.
what do I
doesn't
need?
have
Yeah,
any dollar signs.
Right. Your
What-
hours doesn't have a dollar sign, so get rid of that.
Yeah.
Or whatever you have after the percent sign.
Well,
Go up.
before, there's
Go up.
there's something before the percent sign. Delete both of those. And it should be
Yeah.
okay. And then the one on
Rate of
82.
pay, it will be in the rate of pay one. Okay, leave that. Now the next one down should have a dollar sign in front of the percent sign. Okay, so there's that. That I don't know what, that's a dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign. Keep going, dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign.
What were those?
I don't know. Dollar sign, pound
Oh,
sign, something like
they're yeah. Let's say they're hashes.
dollar sign. Okay, now run it. Something's still wrong. Because you're not getting any overtime pay and you put in, I thought you put in 50 hours.
Oh, on total deductions, there's no /T in the beginning.
Yeah, /T there. And go up, run it again, because I could have sworn you put in 50 out. No, damn it. Go back up again. Put in 50 hours. Because we want to have some overtime so we can test it. And that's the right amount. And that's the right printout.
Yeah.
So yours is fixed, okay? So go ahead and get out.
Cool. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yes. I'm currently having a runtime error.
Okay, so share it. Oh,
Yeah, line 74.
yeah, it's a conversion
formatting.
error.
You get in the dark mode. I want that.
So you got name. So you got 13 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. You only have 11 things to put in, but you have 13 places. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How come you only have 11? I have 13. Or I thought I had 13.
I don't know. I have 11 of both though, so.
Yeah, standard hours worked. Overtime.
Is your
Whoa.
name
Huh?
is the
Yes.
name typed as string when he declares?
I don't know. Scroll up. Keep going. Yeah. Go back down. Stop. Okay, so he's got the name, hours, standard hours. See, you're missing two things that I have in mind. I have hours. See, that's not going to work right. Right there, put your mouse right after the N. Right after the N, put your cursor in there. Click in there, hit enter. Okay, now type /T, hours worked. No, capital H. Colon, yep, space, percent, dot 2F/N. Enter.
Can I if I do that, will it put all these in?
Yeah, it don't matter. You can just, yeah, indent them. Or you can just do this. Listen, watch. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay. Right there. Select everything from there down. Just highlight it all. Right there. Now go up to the, just underneath the, right above, nope, up just from where you were. That line all the way over to your right. Right there. Click it. There you go. Do it again. There you go. All right. So now, wait. You just got rid of what I wanted.
Well, this
Undo.
is the standard hours is what you have as hours.
No, it isn't. Hit enter.
Okay.
I want you to type plus, yeah, /T, hours worked. It's, you got an extra W in there.
Okay.
Okay. Now, okay, get after the N.
Mhm.
No, after the N. Hit enter. And /T. Rate of pay. And this one will be $% /N. All right, now go down to the bottom. And hours will be right. Okay, after hours. That one there will be rate of pay. Okay, comma. Okay, then it'll be regular hours or whatever you have it. Don't know what you called it. Regular hours. Keep going up.
Um, I switched mine, so I don't actually have total
You
hours.
have to have. You have to have.
I'm
Yeah.
also noticing I don't think he has an else.
No, I don't have an else. It just does
Uh,
nothing if this doesn't happen.
Okay. The other thing is that all of your, oh man, all of your constants are in lowercase, and then that can't happen. So all these above, all your finals should be in all uppers, no lowercase letters at all. And we're not going to
Okay.
wait for you to do that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So run it now. Let's see what happens. Shouldn't, no, not there, down there. Yep. You gotta go scroll. It's a format error somewhere in this mess. Here, down below this, okay, there's something's goofy. I don't know if it doesn't like these percent signs in here.
I don't see where he printed out his name.
Oh, it's right up at the top here, in where it says payroll check. That's where I had mine. So that should be okay. And then hours worked.
After his pay rate, he doesn't have standard hours worked
Okay,
at the
hang on.
bottom.
Standard hours worked. Which one now? Oh yeah, nope, down below. Keep going down in the white. You need, after pay rate, you need standard hours. Okay. Take out those percent signs. No, in the FICA and stayed in that. And put this, just make it 0.0765, 0.02. Nope, not there, dude. Next to it, right there. Make them the fraction. Just make them the fraction. So that'll be 0.0765. That one will be 0.02. That one will be 0.18. And let's see what kind of damage you do now. Give us some more picture here. Move your, yeah, right there. Okay. Language interceptor format. Application, payroll, programs. Error occurred, failed. Format, printf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's got to be an error somewhere, or we're trying to put something in that can't fit somewhere. All right, click up on your screen so we get a full screen. Just click up on your screen and it'll go away. Up above there, or close your output. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's right. %2, %2F, 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 %2F. All right. Next step. La 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 la. That comes there. What I want you to do is in front of all your, take all the lines from the name on down, highlight them. Nope, below that. Next line, no. Underneath that, yeah, that one you're pointing at with your mouse pointer. Up at the top, underneath system out print.
What are you wanting me to do with? You said highlight everything from name on down. Oh,
No,
like,
up above.
like just these two?
No. Up under system out print F.
Yeah.
Everything under that down to there, stop. And up on the, run them out to your right. Keep going to your right, right there. Okay. Now I want you to put a comma there and type name. And then that, yep. And then do the same, run out the bottom too. Now run it. All right, type name. That's right. Okay. So now move that next, move that. So now undo the next line down. There you go. And then give me name and hours worked. So get rid of the name up on the line above.
Yep.
Whatever you call your hours, it's just
Okay.
hours. And get rid of that there. Yep. Now run it. That works. Okay, same thing. Next one. Okay, next one. There's your error.
My baby. Okay.
Okay, that's a final. So how can that be standard hours?
I
See?
added this in
That's right.
afterwards.
I mean, it's if you're going to use standard hours there, but
Yeah.
that isn't what, if it's more than standard hours, that's fine. And then, but where's your regular hours?
Yeah, that's my problem. My
Your-
actual hours, if it's over the standard, it subtracts the, it
Well,
just
then you
subtracts
put
the
the
overtime.
in there. This should be, wait,
Yeah.
but that's not right.
Yeah, this should be hours, and then my hours should be my hours plus my overtime hours.
Well, it should be what you brought. No, go on up. It's where you put it. It was down, down, down. User in. It should be. See, you got 2 hours here. How can you have 2 hours? You have this hours, which could be 50, but then down here you're saying hours is minus your overtime pay. That's not right.
Yeah, so like if the user worked 50 hours
Yeah.
and it's over that, then you set your overtime to hours minus the 40. This is just the placeholder for the maximum standard hours. So their overtime would be
No,
10.
you don't have a
And then
standard hours, dude. You have something up there called hours.
Yeah, standard hours is 40 right here. And then hours is 0 at default. And then they input hours here.
Right.
So then the hours that they inputted
Yeah.
minus the 40
Will
is your
give you your
overtime.
overtime.
Yeah, and then I convert hours minus equal overtime. That way it maxes out at 40. I change it after I do the overtime. So really I should make this a new variable and call it standard hours.
Or whatever. Because that's what it's coming up as being bad at.
Yeah.
So go back up, add a variable or something. You can't use standard hours again. You already used it up there.
Yeah.
So now what you're going to bring in up, you need to go back up yet. Right there where you're bringing it in, that should be
Yeah.
whatever you called it.
Yeah. It's,
Total hours.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So now down here after name, it should say total hours. And where you have standard hours should just say hours. Now run it. That ain't right.
Yep. Okay. So total hours.
You know, you could get a negative number here, right?
Yep, because this is, yeah.
This is the way you set yours up versus mine. Your overtime hours could end up as a negative. Which then would add hours into your hours.
Yeah.
Why don't you do what I did?
Yeah. I'll get it.
Right here where it says if, put if hours is less than or equal to no.
Yeah.
Standard hours, then less than or equal to, then hours is equal to standard hours. I mean, sorry, your hours, I'm sorry, if total hours gone up in the if statement, it should say if total hours, no, if total hours is less than standard hours, then in that there, all you're going to have is get rid of all that. All you're going to have there is hours is equal to total hours. Okay, now go down, give me an else. Else the regular, or let's see, what will it be? Hours will be equal to standard hours. And then overtime hours will be equal to total hours minus standard hours. There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I'll bet you can undo all that other stuff. Fix your indentation too up there. Make it so your braces are under each other. Oop, you clicked the wrong one. There you go. One more. There you go. Cool. But again, like those in there, you know, you start, you have to bring that, see, that's beautiful like that. And then indent those hours and overtime. Sweet. Now it's looking good, buddy. Just for kicks, run it once. Let's see if it'll do the whole thing. Might not, because I don't know what we did down at the end there as far as name changes go. Damn it. Well, there might be changes in the names here that we put in.
Yeah.
Hours worked should be total hours after name.
Yeah.
That should be total hours. Will you go back through it and see what you get, all right?
Yeah.
I think you're on the path to insanity. No, you're doing fine, man. Anybody else? But that's how you do it. If you're having a problem like that, you go in there, line by line. Does this one work? Does this one work? Does this one work? And you'll find the one eventually, right? So do I have any other questions about this program? I want to go back in, by the way. And just finish up here. I'm going to go ahead, and I could put it up here, but that gets kind of weird. And I'm just going to come down here and do my system dot out dot print line. And I'm going to put a carriage return in there first, and then just say, thank you, using Acme products or something to that effect. And then down here, to be programmer friendly, I'm just going to put a comment in that no code follows. And I think that's a pretty good little program. It's neat. It's indented right. Okay, notice if I click here, I know right above there is my main. If I click here, I know right below that is my class. In here, my if statements, they're right above each other. And I went by the rules, made all my constants uppercase letters. I started all my variables with lowercase letters. And I basically broke it down into 3 parts: my inputs, my processing, and my output. So all in all, I give Doug a 10. Laughing. All right. Any questions before we get out of here? Somebody's got their mic on. Say it. Say something.
Oh, that was me. I just accidentally pressed that.
Oh, Ashley.
I don't have any questions. I was late today because I was writing music.
Okay. If you guys, again, if you owe me stuff, you need to get it turned in. We're coming up on midterm in a couple of weeks or that. I mean, this is week 5. So we want to be all caught up as we get on to the next stuff, because next week we're going to start loops, and you don't want to be stuck going back and doing other programs when you're trying to use loops, because I'm going to kick it up a notch. I'm going to make it so that your program has to run until the user says, I want to quit. That's one thing. Every time you put a number in, you have to verify. And again, if I run my program now, hang on, I'm going to share with you. Cancel that. If I run my program right now and I put in Doug here, it doesn't matter. So I can put in Doug 1, 2, 3. That doesn't cause a problem. But if I put the letter A in here for hours worked, my program crashes. And so in the future, after next week, your program can't crash. So you'll have to make sure anytime somebody puts a number in, that in fact it's a number and the right kind of number. And then we'll even have it where if they're supposed to type the letter Y and they don't type the letter Y, then the program won't do what it's supposed to do. They have to type the letter Y in. So all that stuff to make it more user-friendly will be coming starting next week. So you don't want to be messing around trying to learn some of this other stuff, and then you're going to be stuck trying to learn the repetition and iteration. Okay? So I really want you guys to be successful at this. So come on, put the hours in this week, clean up anything you need to get done, and we'll be good. Questions? You know, if you're in the 8-week class, you know, I have one running right now. They're already in lesson 10, going on 11 this week.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So they've only got a couple weeks left before they're done with the course. Yeah. All right. Nobody's got questions. I'm going to be out of here. I'll try and get the video posted. Last week, YouTube must have been slaughtered because I tried to put it up and I got a note that says your video may take up to 24 hours to get posted to where you can see it, you know. So just hang in there and you'll get a message from me giving you the URL once I get it. Okay. It's great having you guys. Appreciate it. Have a good day.
You too.
Have a good one.
See you, buddy. David, you got something or are you just hanging? David?